you will need to let everyone and everything go at some point. Everything ends. You don't make it out of life alive. You don't make it out of life with all the things that you have accumulated in life. You have to leave it all behind at some point. And throughout life, most people are going to come and go, right? This is a pretty hard thing to swallow, but this is the reality that we live in. Most people who enter your life will leave. In fact, everyone who enters your life is going to leave, right? Most people will not be around for the majority of your life, and you're actually going to just have to learn to be okay with that. You actually need to develop the skill of letting go, of allowing life to bring you together with people and then allowing it to part ways, of allowing life to bring things to you and then allowing it to take it from you. Energy is meant to flow. It's not meant to just come to you and 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 you just take and take and take and take. You have to give it back. You have to release it. It's not meant to just get stagnant. So the clinging and holding on actually creates a lot of unnecessary suffering. When the flow of life is kind of naturally, making you part ways with a situation, a person, right? There's grief that arises, there's pain, right? It's not, it's hard, of course. But you have to let go. You have to trust nature, trust the flow of life, trust your sort of path in life as well. That if what's happening is very fundamentally out of alignment with you, you have to trust it to leave. And trust that that's the best thing for the other party, the situation, whatever it is. This is the best possible outcome. Right? Because what else are you going to do? Cling and hold out of an unconscious fear? Right? Everything comes and goes. Life is impermanent. This is one of the Buddhist teachings. People will come and go. States come and go. Thoughts come and go. Reality is in constant flux and flow. Oh my God, I'm going to put that line on my mixtape. That was a hell of a rhyme. Right? And sometimes things just, people grow apart. Things just don't work. Sometimes people just have different values, goals, motivations, beliefs, etc. People can just begin to have a motivation to go in a different direction. People can grow apart. Life pulls people apart. And in this, we have to trust life. What other option is there? What else is there to ground yourself in other than the chaotic and unstable and ever-changing flow of life? That's all that exists. There's no real security within form. There's no real security within having more of what you want endlessly. You will have to let it go. So we need to trust nature. You need to trust your life path. You need to trust your principles and your core values. You need to trust your inner wisdom and truth, and you need to trust your intuition. And you actually have to have the courage to let go of things when it's the time. And some of the stuff I'm saying in this video is not super logical. It's intuitive, it's emotional, it's feeling-based, right? Sometimes things don't work, and you can instinctually detect that. Like a relationship isn't working, right? Maybe your goals and your values are changing and you want to grow in this direction and then the other person doesn't really value that and they're happy where they are, right? And you can sense there's a disconnect happening and, right? Sometimes you just have to let go. And I'm not saying just like abandon your partner. Of course you can talk about it, but when things are very fundamentally not working based off of your values, based off of the flow of life, based off of your goals, what you really want, off of your authentic path. When things are just truthfully not working, you kind of just have to let them go and allow it to die out, right? And really examine your fear of letting go. Examine why you want to cling on to things so much, right? What part of you is finding this false sense of security within a person, within money, within a particular experience of any kind? Right, so we have to have the courage to actually let go when things are not working in fundamental ways. We have to have the courage to surrender our ego and trust in the flow of life. Trust in the intelligence of nature. And this is brutal stuff, right? Like, this is like some scary stuff. All right, I'm not telling you to make a, rash decision or anything like that. Right? It's just that throughout your life, you probably have a lot of experiences of you being close to people, and then you drift away. You maybe value, creativity, but they don't really value that. And, you maybe were together based on some mutual interests and values, and, you aligned for whatever reasons, and then, you just parted ways. And this has happened over and over and over again in your life with the majority of people who have entered your life. And at one point, that person who you're really afraid of letting go of, you will have to let them go. You will die, they will die. This is life. That's why I'm telling you to trust in the flow of life, to ground yourself in your own true nature, to ground yourself in your own inner wisdom more than another person, more than a particular experience, because there's no security in a particular person or a particular experience. It's fleeting, it comes and goes. Ground yourself in your own consciousness. Ground yourself in your own being. And of course, you can interact with a particular person or have a particular experience. It's just that the motivations for doing that aren't coming from fear. They're coming from spontaneity, from authenticity, from presence, from love, from the flow of life. Right? And when it comes to letting go of people, right? Don't use any of these ideas as like a status or power game of like, that person doesn't care or whatever. Just watch your mind very subtly try and potentially get power or status in a situation. Just kind of let that one go, right? Kind of just learn to love people based on where they're at. As corny as that might sound, right? It's not about like, making yourself to be this like fucking big ass person. And you're so great, and like I'm letting them go and they're not worthy of me. Like, dude, let it go, man. Right? Don't let your mind turn this into a little power struggle. Or because you want status in the situation. It's more so just allowing life to do what it does. Allow life to pull you apart from the people that you have to be pulled apart from. Allow it to align you to the people who you have to be aligned with. And this is what's always going on. People are coming, everything is always coming and going from your life. Your thoughts are changing, your feelings are changing. Your environment, nothing actually stays the same. Right? Everything is in constant flux and flow, vibration. The birds chirp, and then they stop chirping. In fact, they're not chirping too much right now. Oh, quite a little bit. Not as much as they usually do, though, I think. No, they're still chirping quite a bit. Okay. But you get the point. Is that grounding yourself in impermanent phenomena is a losing game. Grounding yourself in the ever-changing flow of life is how you find actual lasting security. And it's not the security that you're used to, I bet. Right? This requires courageous, just a very courageous mind. This requires a desire for truth, a desire to actually just surrender yourself to life, to let go of your ego. That's it for this video. I'm offering one-to-one coaching. You can book a free call. Link is in the pinned comment. You can apply for a free call, really. Link is in the pinned comment. Take it easy.